more strange dreams. I mean, are dreams ever not strange? I don't think so. Um, I've been up for a while. I got up at about 4 a.m. because my parents were staying the week and they left at 4 a.m. So I got up and went back to bed about an hour later. Whoa! But I couldn't really go back to sleep. So let's see if I can even remember my dreams. I only remember two dreams. The first dream I had, it was it was weird. It could have been super cute and really whimsical and fun, but it was so dark. There was this big castle, like this, it looked like a kids movie. And there was fairies everywhere. They were in fairy costumes. And Regina from Once Upon a Time was there, and she was the fairy queen, and she was a bad guy. And I don't even, I was kind of in this dream, but kind of not. I was mostly just watching it. And at some point, there's these two guys. I think I was one of the guys. And we got sent to the dungeon. And then we found this big metal rod. And we pried a door open. And we escaped. And we were running down the hallway. And the guards were about to execute all the prisoners, even though they weren't supposed to be executed. They were just supposed to stay in jail. But then, oops, my alarm's going off. But then they came in and they started shooting everyone, and we knew it was happening, so we quickly escaped. And um, I wedged myself. It was like there was like this narrow space. I don't know this. I crawled up the wall by like pressing myself against the wall and then pressing my feet against the wall and scooting up my shoulders and then scooting up my legs until I got to this like vent on the ceiling, and I was able to bust it open and crawl through the vent. And then I was like, come on, to my friend, trying to get him to follow me. But he was too weak or something to crawl up that way. And he knew it. It was so sad. And so he was super, super heroic, and he pulled a bunch of people out of the cell, and as quickly as he could he saved as many people as he could. And since he knew that he couldn't escape because he didn't have the strength to pull himself up, he was at least able to help people climb up the vent. And then they shot him. It was so sad. And they shot a bunch of people that he was trying to save, but he was able to save I think 3 people. And one of them was an undercover bad guy, and it was this girl. And she pulled out this big syringe, and she was about to stab me with it. And uh, and I was kind of lucid, and I was able to be like, no, I'm gonna stab you with the syringe. So I took the syringe from her, and I injected her with this weird purple liquid that was in it, and then she just passed out. And then I'm like running along this thing, and then I escape out this window, and I start flying around. And outside the castle, there's like some wedding or some event going on, and all the fairy folk and all the people are out there, and they're trying to. I have this awful thing, the most frustrating thing in my dreams that to me is far worse than any like truly awful thing that happens, because this is just so fucking frustrating, is when I try to fly around in my dreams, it is fairly common for someone to try to touch my feet or try to grab my feet. And I'm trying to fly with all my might, and this usually happens when I'm lucid. And I'm trying to fly with all my might, and I'm sinking, and I'm losing my ability to fly. And I'm like, damn it, I'm lucid. Fuck. And I'm like, don't touch my feet because it'll fuck me up. And sure enough, she touched my feet, and then I woke myself up because I was just so angry. That hasn't happened in a couple months, so I don't know why. And then that happened right before I got up to bid my parents farewell, and I went back to sleep. And I had another dream that I was at, I think I was at a garage sale or a flea market. Pretty sure it was a garage sale. And I was looking at costumes. I used to have thrift store dreams and flea market dreams all the time. That was my most common dream, and I haven't had one of those for a very long time. So that was interesting. And I remember looking at costumes. Oh yeah, when I went to bed, one of the last things that I remember thinking was that, wow, I have 6 days to make a new costume for a new monthly kink themed show that I'm going to be involved in. I'm going to be doing like a ritual belly dance thing with a sword and other props, and so I was like, I really need to get costume ideas for that. And then I had dreams about it. So it was really cool. The mask and costume I was looking at was like a Baphomet / Donnie Darko costume. So yeah, maybe I will make that my costume. Yeah. And last night, I slept pretty heavily actually. I took 3 capsules of St. John's wort and 3 capsules of a milk thistle dandelion blend. Didn't take any nootropics. Didn't take any of my usual dream supplements, which are very, very effective. And the St. John's wort seems to make me have vivid dreams. And yeah, that's it. That's all the dream information I got. So I'm going to get my ass up and get to class. See ya.